ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ नमः शिवाय 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 ॐ नमः शिवाय। हर नमः पार्वतीपतये हर हर महादेव शंभो शंकर। बोलिए श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। सर्ववेदांत सिद्धांत गोचरं तमगोचरं गोविंदं परमानंदं सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। थर्ड श्लोक। दुर्लभं त्रयमेवैतद् देवानुग्ररहेतुकं मनुष्यत्वं मुमुक्षुत्वं महापुरुषसंश्रयः। These three are very rare to obtain. Manushyatvam, manhood; mumukshutvam, having burning desire, intense desire to get liberation. Third one is Mahapurusha Samsrayaha, taking refuge at the lotus feet of great Mahatmas. These three rare kind of things can be obtained by the human being only by the cause of grace of Bhagwan. Deva Anugraha Hetukam. By God's grace only we will get these three things. In the next sloka, after gaining rare kind of qualities, after taking human birth, if that person is not utilizing properly, then his life is nirarthaka. It is said, so waste of life. It is equal to suicide. Fourth sloka. लब्ध्वा कथञ्चिन्नरजन्म दुर्लभम् तत्रापि पुंस्त्वं स्तुतिपारदर्शनम् यस्त्वात्ममुक्तौ नयतेतमूढधीः सह्यात्मः स्वं विनिहन्त्य सद्ग्रहात्. Labdva means having gained. Labha means profit. Labdva means after gaining. Katam chin. Katam chin narajanma is there. We have to break that word. Katam chin plus narajanma. Somehow. Here somehow means after so many lives, after so many crores of lives, having performed so many meritorious actions, punya karmas, somehow that jiva, he has entered into human body. Labdva katanchin nara janma, human birth. Durlabham, very rare. Somehow he has gained that human birth by his punya karma phalita. But after gaining that, tatra api, even there too, pumsvam, having masculine qualities, pumsvam, sruti para darshanam. Sruti para darshanam means having right knowledge of the scriptures, having right understanding of the scriptures. Sruti para darshanam, seeing the beyond, not only understanding the word meaning, but understanding inner meaning, antarartha also. Sruti para darshanam, that person is having capacity to understand, having gained this one also. Yastvatma muktau na yatate mudadhihi yaha tu atma mukta. Break that word. Yastvatma mukta is there. Yaha tu. Indeed, yaha, whoever that person, after having all these rare qualities, atma mukta, redemption of the self. Na yatati, if he is not putting forth his effort. Yatna means effort. Prayatna is in endeavor, putting forth effort. Na yatate, if he is not putting forth his effort to get liberation. Shankaracharya is using strong word like he used in the Bhaja Govindam. Mudadhihi. Mudadhihi. Dull-witted kind of person. Foolish person. Mudadhihi. Dhi means buddhi. Mudadhi, one who is having a foolishness, means dull-witted kind of person, behaving like that. Saha, he, saha, hyatmaha word is there. In the last line you can see, you have to break that word. He plus atmaha. In Sanskrit, he means indeed. Atmaha, ha means hanti, means to kill. Atmaha means he is as though killing himself. He is committing suicide. Here it doesn't mean suicide means physical suicide, killing his body. Doesn't mean that. Here Atmaha means he is not utilizing his human birth for the higher purpose. It is equal to suicide. Why it is used this word Atmaha? We will discuss that one. Swam Vinihanti asat grahat. Swam Vinihanti means he himself is killing. Why he is doing like that? Because asat grahat. Grahana means taking, grasping, experiencing, perceiving. What he is experiencing, what he is perceiving. Asat. Asat means unreal. Asat grahat. He is giving more importance to the unreal things. He is having inclination towards worldly kind of things, temporary kind of things. Asat means those are not real. In ignorant state, all of us are doing in fact this one only. A few worldly kind of people, they never think of self, they never think of higher reality. Even they never go to even temples also, they never be some people having faith in God also. See, here Shankaracharya is saying that person, he is having to some extent to realize the self. He is having qualities. He has taken Labdva Narajanma Durlabham. He has taken rare birth as human being. And that too, in that one also, he is having capacity to understand the scriptures. But he is not putting forth his effort. It is like this, when we are having precious kind of object with us, if we don't know the value of that object, it is waste only. So inadvertence should not be there. Carelessness should not be there. To understand this thought, we can see in day-to-day life also, in our lives also, few examples. When person is having capacity to work efficiently, he studied well and he is having all kind of skills also. If he will walk for 1 hour, it is equal, almost equal to 10 hours of other person's work. He can do that much work. But if he is lazy person, some people will be saying, he is so intelligent, he is so great, but what to do? He will not do any work. Then what is the use of that kind of intelligence? Having all those skills also. Useless only. When person is having precious stone with him, if he doesn't know the value of that one and he is putting that stone around the neck of one goat or something, or around the neck of dog, then what is the use of that one? Not knowing the value of that. So when we are having rare kind of things, we have to utilize them properly. When it comes to objects only, we are thinking like this, then what to talk about human birth? How many lives we have taken, how many births we have taken, not lives, how many births, we have gone through so many experiences. Finally, we have reached here. Human birth, it is said this is gateway to liberation. In other creatures, if we see, they don't have freedom to act and to get the result. They don't know how to perform the actions, how in fact a human being is performing. When we see birds and animals, all those what you call their lifestyle, everything is ordained by nature. But a human being, he has right to perform actions in whichever way he wants to perform. That's why it is said, after taking human birth, he can use or utilize this human birth to become God or to become demon. He can go to Narakaloka, he can go to Swargaloka, or he can get moksha, liberation. Choice has been given to human being. It is up to us. So here Shankaracharya is saying, after gaining all these rare kind of things, if you are not utilizing properly this human birth and great qualities, then you are like Mudha. You are a foolish person. At least having heard all these things, a few people will realize what is the preciousness of human birth. And people may say, why it is said it is so rare human birth? Because we are seeing so many people on this earth, so much population, and we are struggling a lot how to reduce the population. Then it is said human birth is very rare. Yes, it's very rare. Even devatas also, they don't have such kind of a privilege to get liberation. The rare opportunity has been given by Bhagwan to human beings. So we have to utilize it. And Shankaracharya is not stopping here. One more sloka is going to emphasize the same thought. At least listening all these thoughts, person will understand the glory and greatness of human birth and having great qualities, how we have to utilize them. Next sloka. This is also little bit strong only. Itah konvasti moodhatma. Sometimes Shankaracharya will like this word, I think, moodha. But here it's not like a condemning, not criticizing. He is calling like my dear foolish person, like that. But before foolish person, we have to understand dear also. Oh, my dear foolish person. Please understand saying like that. Itah konvasti moodhatma yestu swarte pramadyeti येस्तु स्वार्थे प्रमाद्यति दुर्लभं मानुषं देहम् दुर्लभं मानुषं देहम् प्राप्य तत्रापि पौरुषम् प्राप्य तत्रापि पौरुषम् दुर्लभं मानुषं देहं प्राप्य having gained having received दुर्लभं मानुषं देहं दुर्लभं rare manusham human deham body after gaining rarest kind of this human body tatrapi there too in that also paurusham prapya we have to take that prapya word with paurusham also paurusham masculine temperament having certain qualities those are required to get liberation after gaining these qualities also yaha to whoever that person swarthe here swartha means not selfishness here swartha means self-welfare rediscovery of the self swarthe pramadyati means careless he is not taking care of himself see generally nowadays also we will be very often receiving this kind of message or listening from others from our well-wishers and relatives and friends they will be go on saying take care of yourself yes take care please take care of yourself means don't neglect the person is not feeling well please take care if he is going to do something so please take care of yourself yes so here Shankaracharya is saying after gaining all these rare qualities you are not caring for them you are so careless pramadyati means inadvertent nirlakshya bhava it is said careless neglecting itah kon vasti moodatma if person is doing like that itaha kaha means whoever that person kon vasti moodhatma itaha means than this means comparing kaha nu who indeed moodhatma fool is there will be any kind of more foolish person than this person one who has gained human birth and having great qualities but he is not putting forth effort to realize the self and he is neglecting himself in earlier sloka it is said atmaha I said we have to discuss more about it even in Ishavasyopanishad also it is said it's almost killing himself it's a suicidal kind of act even in Kenopanishad also they said iha cheda vedi ata satyamasti na chediha vedi mahati vinasti word is used there will not be more destructive kind of than this one after gaining human birth that person is not realizing his own self and he is giving up that body means it's great destruction is killing himself one example when one person has taken birth in good family belongs to good lineage if that person is not behaving up to the standards of that family what people will be saying in the society you're spoiling the name of your elders and you're spoiling your life you belongs to such kind of great family all your elders they are having great qualities you also belong to that family but you are behaving like this means it's as though killing himself means personality vyaktitva from the standpoint of personality he is coming down and not coming down he is falling I hope you are understanding so when we are in the position to live high standards of life we should maintain them in another terms, we can use the word dignity. It's not pride, it's not arrogance. Dignity should be maintained. Be dignified, be polite when it comes to personality. Here it is said more deeper layers of the personality when we even going beyond the personality. We are that Brahma Swarupa, neglecting our true nature, identifying with unreal kind of things, asad grahat, so much attachment with the unreal kind of things. And because of those kind of attachments, so many raga dveshas will be there in our mind. Too much extreme likes and dislikes, jealousy, whatnot, criticism, always talking negative about the other people. It's wasting our life. What is the use of all those things? Time is very precious. Human birth is very precious. How many years we are going to be in this body? Every day, morning, afternoon, evening, night, again morning, afternoon, evening, night, just passing like that. Kalo Jagat Bhakshikaha. The time is swallowing everything. Entire world is swallowed by the time. So we have to utilize properly. Please understand, from morning till night, what we are doing, how much time we are wasting, how much effort we are putting forth to realize our true nature. Even after knowing, even we know to some extent what is saying in the scriptures, whatever said in the scriptures, but after listening those things also, if we are behaving like worldly kind of person, Ita konvasti moodatma, Shankaracharya is a powerful word. Is there will be more foolish person than you. It's like with a lot of love he is using such kind of word. Please understand. Those who are loving us a lot, they only can show such kind of anger towards us. Parents, sometimes parents will be using very harsh words towards their children. The children sometimes they may be thinking, it's better our auntie, uncle, they are so loving. They are loving and caring of me. But my parents, they are behaving as though we are not their children like that. But they have to understand their love is expressing in the form of anger because they are real well-wishers of us. So here, Sadgurus, Mahatmas, they are loving us a lot. Their divine love is incomparable. Otherwise, why they are using these kind of words? Hey Mudha, hey Mudha. It's because of love. Please, my dear, in this world, whatever you are acquiring, whatever you are having, all attachments and possessions and people, objects, people, all those things will not come along with you when you are going to give up this body. What will happen? How many lives you want, how many births you want to take like this? So many inner meanings are hidden in these slokas. Why Shankaracharya is emphasizing the same thought in 3-4 slokas? Because we have to understand behind all these things the intention of Sadguru Mahatma. Hours together we are wasting for so many things. See, few things we cannot avoid in our life because we are responsible persons in the society. So we have to perform actions. We have to fulfill our duties. Of course, no one is saying no to all those things we have to do. But all those things also are meant for what we have to understand. We should always keep our goal in front of our eyes. Then we have to act. All these things are going to help to my sadhana or not. itah kon vasti moodhatma yestu swarte pramadyati दुर्लभं मानुषं देहं प्राप्य तत्रापि पौरुषम्. Even here it is not said whether you are getting healthy body or not, your height, your weight, your beauty, all those things also are not said. See, here it is saying human birth. It may be physically is not fitting, but mentally and intellectually you have to be so strong. You have to realize your true nature, because human birth is very rare, very rare. That person may be saying, I cannot do this work, I cannot do that work. Whether you do this work or that work, whether you cannot do that work or this work, but one thing you have to do after taking this birth, that is, you should know who you are and you have to take care of yourself. Please understand, in normal terms also, when we are using take care of yourself. Yes, self means not physical body. Inner meaning also is hidden in that one. Take care of yourself, Atma Swarupa. Please don't neglect that one. Bhagwan is there in you. In fact, you are the Swarupa. This sentence statement, whenever you are using, please understand this thought also. Take care of yourself. I have to take care of myself. After listening all these things, that a seeker or person may be thinking, okay, now I will study all scriptures, I will perform so many pujas, I will acquire merits, all those things. But there also you have to be very careful, my dear seeker. Please don't jump into conclusion. Just by merely doing mechanically all kinds of sadhanas, you cannot realize the self. Then how can we realize the self? What are the means and what is the goal? We have to understand properly. Next sloka. Please repeat after me. Sloka number 6. Vadantu shastrani yejantu devan. Vadantu shastrani yejantu devan. Kurvantu karmani bhajantu devataah. Kurvantu karmani bhajantu devataah. आत्मैक्यबोधेन विना विमुक्तिः. आत्मैक्यबोधेन विना विमुक्तिः न सिद्ध्यति ब्रह्मशेतान्तरेऽपि. न सिद्ध्यति ब्रह्मशेतान्तरेऽपि. Very beautiful sloka. So many doubts will be cleared, and whatever we will be having notions, because of these things we are going to attain moksha, all those wrong kind of notions also will be removed. Vadantu shastrani. Here in this sloka, we should not misunderstand. All these means, whatever going to be said, sadhanas, they are very helpful, but by merely those sadhanas only we cannot attain the self. Plus something should be done. This thought should be understood well. Vadantu shastrani. Vadantu means let people quote or let people recite. Here people means scholarly people, erudite people, panditas. Vadantu shastrani. They may be quoting left and right all scriptures. Let them do. But by memorizing all scriptures, means Vedas, by quoting all of them, person cannot attain moksha. At the end you have to say, na siddhyati. Vimuktihi na siddhyati. Then we should not learn, we should not by heart, we should not memorize scriptural statements, slokas, mantras, etc. That is not the meaning. We have to know, we have to try to memorize. Then only we can do manana also. But here it is said, some people will be having the thought just by studying, go on studying so many textbooks, so many scriptures, they will become pandits. But they will be thinking, by this only we will get liberation, but it is impossible. We have to know the self is beyond the words. Vadantu shastrani yejantu devan means deities, devatas. Yejantu, yajana means sacrifice. Yejantu, let they do sacrifices for the sake of devatas. They may be pleasing so many devatas by sacrifices. Indraya swaha idam namama, Varunaya swaha idam namama. To get rains, people will be performing Varuna Homa, etc. Varunaya swaha idam namama. To get children, people will be performing Putrakamesti yaga, etc. So, Yajantu Deva, let the people, they may be doing Yajanam, sacrifices also. Kurvantu Karmani. All these are in plural. Karmani means actions. Kurvantu, let them be doing. Let them performing all kinds of actions. Here we can take, they may be doing a lot of social service also. They may be doing selfless actions also. Punya karmas. Bhajantu devataha. Earlier ajantu, here bhajantu. Ajana means sacrifice. Bhajana means worship. Bhajantu devataha. Let them be propitiating their favorite gods, Ishta Devatas. They may be worshipping Devatas. But Atma Aikya Bodhena Vina. Vina word earlier also we have seen. Vina means without. Without Atma Aikya Bodha. Atma Aikya Bodhena means without the experience of one's own identity with the self. Atma Aikya. Aikya means unity. Without self-realization means without having that identity with his own self, that higher reality. Vimuktihi na siddhyati. Vimuktihi, liberation. Na siddhyati. Liberation cannot be attained. Here it is said, Brahma Shetantare api. Even hundreds of Brahma Devatas lifespans also, in so many yugas also, we cannot attain the liberation. You might have heard in Bhagavata somewhere, Brahmaji's lifespan. Generally, it is said human lifespan is 100 years. Shetamanam bhavatu, they will be blessing like that. No? So, Brahmaji's lifespan also 100 years, but those 100 years are not like our human kalamana, means measure of time. It is said, one, so you might have heard these yugas, 4 yugas are there, Chetur yugas, Kruta yuga, it is also called Satya yuga. Kruta Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, and now we are in Kali Yuga. These 4 yugas put together called Chetur Yuga. Like this 101 Chetur Yuga put together is called Mahayuga. Like this 1000 Mahayugas equal to Brahmaji's 1 day time. And like this 1000 Mahayugas put together is night time. So for 1 day, for 24 hours, these many years they have to pass. Like this, Brahmaji's lifespan is 100 years. Then how many yugas, how many manvantaras just passing like that. And here it is said, Brahma Shetantare api. Even 100 Brahmaji's lifespan also means that the Jiva, how many births he has to take. Atma Aikya Bodhena Vina, without having knowledge about the identity with the self, even though he may be worshipping gods, doing so many yagna-yagadi karmas, and he may be studying scriptures a lot, he may be doing selfless service, but he cannot get liberation. Please don't get disappointed. It doesn't mean we should not do all these sadhanas, but here we have to understand these sadhanas are meant for what? These sadhanas are meant for Chitta Shuddhi and Chitta Ekagrata. Please note these 2 points. Chitta Shuddhi and Chitta Ekagrata. In other terms, it is called Antahkarana Shuddhi. Purification of Antahkarana. First, we have to purify our mind. Our mind should be focused. Concentration should be there. Ekagra Chitta. Then only, with that equipment, fit equipment, we can understand inner meanings of the scriptures properly. See, otherwise what will happen, when we will be performing selfless service, in the name of selfless service, sometimes our ego will be boosted. Without me, nothing will happen. I have to be there. Then only what will happen. People will be saying like that. And taking delight in that one also. And when we will be studying scriptures, if we know even little bit also, we feel as though we are so great pandits like that. Ego may arise in our mind. So we have to be so careful. All these sadhanas meant for to become egoless, to purify our mind, to get concentration. But all these things directly, they cannot give liberation. Finally, we have to know the self. To understand this one, cleaning vessels is good. We have to do for cooking. But daily cleaning vessels and keeping them like that, they are shining. We are feeling hungry. But those shining vessels cannot satisfy our hunger. What we have to do? We have to use those vessels, cleaned vessels, for cooking. We have to cook the food, we have to eat the food, then we will get energy. Our hunger will be satisfied. In the same way, our equipment should be polished, should be cleansed. Mind and intellect, body, mind, intellect, these 3 things should be integrated. Our vak, our ground speech. So when we get that fitness, it's very easy for us to get realization. But please understand, some people will be there, they will be doing lot of sadhanas, go on performing hours together pujas, they may be going daily to the temple, and they may be visiting so many pilgrimage places, and they may be studying and doing parayana and chanting hours together, years together, pranayama ityadi, different kind of sadhanas. But they will be thinking, we are doing all these things, so one day we will get liberation. No. Please understand, that is only like cleaning the vessels. You have to cook the food. Means you have to get the self-knowledge. So many people, they cannot understand. Why should we listen 1 hour lecture? Why should we attend satsang? What is the use of pravachan? See, people will be thinking, anyway, we are doing puja, japa, etc., parayana, it's enough. And few people will be thinking they are greater than this listening shastra also, coming to satsang. But please understand, all those sadhanas will be fruitful only when we know for what we are doing, exactly how we have to do. We have to understand means and goal properly. So many people, sadhakas, will be missing this point, and so many, not years, so many lives, so many births, they will be wasting. That's why here it is said at the end of this sloka, Shankaracharya is saying, Muktihi, Vimuktihi na siddhyati Brahma shetantare api. In how many Puranas and Itihasas we have seen, so many great people also, somewhere just they will fall because not having that higher goal and not having the self-knowledge. So, Atma Jnana is very, very important. We should identify with our own self. Today we will conclude here. Tomorrow we will continue. Om Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amrutangamaya. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. తెలుగులో ఒక 5 నిమిషాలు చెప్పుకుందాము. మానవ జన్మ పొందటము, మోక్షం పొందాలి అనేటువంటి కోరిక కలిగి ఉండటము, మహాత్ములని ఆశ్రయించటము, వాళ్ళ ఆశ్రయం లభించటము, ఈ 3 చాలా దుర్లభమైనవి. భగవంతుని అనుగ్రహం ఉన్నప్పుడు మాత్రమే వీటిని మనము పొందగలుగుతాం. తరువాత శ్లోకాల్లో శంకరాచార్యుల వారు మానవ జన్మ పొంది ఉండి ఉన్నతమైన లక్షణాలను కలిగి ఉండి కూడా ఆ వ్యక్తి ఆత్మస్వరూపాన్ని తెలుసుకోవడం కోసం ప్రయత్నం చెయ్యకుండా ఉన్నట్లయితే అది ఆత్మహత్యతో సమానం అని చెప్పున్నారు. తన ఉన్నతమైనటువంటి స్థాయిని దిగజార్చుకున్నటువంటి వాడు అవుతున్నారు అని చెప్పున్నారు. లబ్ధ్వా కథంచిన్ నరజన్మ దుర్లభమైన మానవ జన్మ పొంది తత్రాపి పుంస్త్వం శృతిపార దర్శనం, ఉన్నతమైనటువంటి లక్షణాలని, సాత్విక లక్షణాలని, ధైర్య సాహసంతో కూడినటువంటి లక్షణాలని, వైరాగ్యాన్ని కూడా కలిగి ఉండి, శాస్త్రాలని అర్థం చేసుకునే శక్తి కూడా ఉండి ఆ వ్యక్తి తన ఆత్మస్వరూపాన్ని తెలుసుకోవడానికి ప్రయత్నం చెయ్యకపోయినట్లయితే సహి ఆత్మహ స్వం వినిహంతి అసద్గ్రహాత్. అసద్గ్రహాత్ అంటే అసత్యమైనటువంటి వాటిని సత్యం అనుకొని వాటిల్లో ఆనందం పొందాలనుకుంటూ వాటిని గ్రహిస్తూ అసలైన సత్య పదార్థాన్ని నిర్లక్ష్యము చేసేటువంటి వారు. అటువంటి వాళ్ళు తమని తాము హింసించుకున్న వాళ్ళు, తమని తాము వధిస్తూ అంటే చంపుతూ ఉన్నటువంటి వాళ్ళు అవుతారు అని చెప్తున్నారు. ఒక వ్యక్తి విలువ కానీ, ఒక వస్తువు విలువ కానీ మనం తెలుసుకోలేకపోతే, అవి విలువైనవి అయి ఉన్నప్పటికీ, వాళ్ళు విలువైన వారు అయినప్పటికీ కూడా మనం సద్వినియోగము చేసుకోలేము. సో ఇక్కడ వచ్చేసి శంకరాచార్యుల వారు మానవ జన్మ యొక్క విలువని గురించి చెప్తూ ఉన్నారు. కోటాను కోట్ల జన్మల తరువాత ఎంతో ఉన్నతమైనటువంటి మానవ జన్మ లభిస్తుంది. అందులో కూడా ఉన్నత లక్షణాలు కొంతమందికి మాత్రమే లభిస్తాయి. అటువంటి వాళ్ళు తత్వాన్ని తెలుసుకోకపోతే ఇత కోన్వస్తి మూఢాత్మ, ఇంతకు మించిన మూర్ఖుడు ఇంకొకరు ఎవరైనా ఉంటారా? తెలివితేటలుండి పనిచేసే సామర్థ్యం ఉండి సోమరిగా పని చెయ్యకపోతే అతడు తన జీవితాన్ని వ్యర్థం చేసుకున్నవాడే అవుతాడు. అదేవిధంగా ఇక్కడ కూడా స్వార్థే ప్రమాద్యతి యహతు. స్వార్థే ప్రమాద్యతి అంటే తన సొంత విషయంలో, ఇక్కడ స్వార్థే అంటే ఆత్మతత్వాన్ని పొందేటువంటి విషయంలో పరమ శ్రేయస్కరమైనటువంటి దానిలో నిర్లక్ష్యం కలిగి ఉన్నట్లయితే అతడు మూర్ఖుడితో సమానమని చెప్పున్నారు. కాబట్టి మనందరం కూడా ఉన్నతమైన మానవ జన్మ పొంది ఉన్నాము. భగవంతుని గురువుల ఆశీర్వాదంతో ఉన్నత లక్షణాలని కూడా చాలా వరకు పొంది ఉన్నాము. సమయం వృధా చేసుకోకుండా ప్రాపంచికమైన వ్యక్తుల్లాగా అజ్ఞానంలో ఉంటూ అలా ప్రవర్తించకుండా ఉన్నతంగా ఎదిగి ఉన్నతంగా ఆలోచిస్తూ మోక్ష స్థితిని పొందాల్సి ఉంటుంది. ఇందాక చెప్పుకున్నటువంటి 6వ శ్లోకంలో కొంతమంది గొప్ప పాండిత్యం కలిగిన వాళ్ళై ఉండొచ్చు, శాస్త్రాలన్నింటినీ అధ్యయనం చేసి ధారణ చేసి ఉన్నటువంటి వాళ్ళైనా అయి ఉండొచ్చు. ఇంకొంతమంది అనేక యజ్ఞయాగాది కర్మలన్నీ చేస్తూ ఉండొచ్చు దేవతల కోసం. ఇంకొంతమంది అనేక పుణ్యకర్మలని, ధార్మిక కర్మలని, సేవా కార్యక్రమాలని కూడా చేస్తూ ఉండొచ్చు. మరి కొంతమంది వాళ్ళ ఇష్ట దేవతల్ని అనేక పూజల ద్వారా, వ్రతాల ద్వారా మెప్పిస్తూ అలా కూడా పూజ చేస్తూ ఉండొచ్చు. అయితే ఇవన్నీ ఉన్నప్పటికీ కూడా ఆత్మ జ్ఞానము లేకపోయినట్లయితే, తన ఆత్మ స్వరూపాన్ని తెలుసుకోకపోయినట్లయితే నా సిద్ధ్యతి విముక్తి, మోక్షం అన్నటువంటిది వాళ్ళకి లభించదు. ఎప్పటికి లభించదు అంటే బ్రహ్మదేవుల వారికి కొన్ని వేల యుగాల సమయం పడితే, అటువంటి బ్రహ్మదేవుల కాలము 100 మంది అయినా సరే మోక్షం అన్నటువంటిది లభించదు అని చెప్తున్నారు. అందుకోసమని ఈ దేహంలో ఉండగానే మోక్ష స్థితిని పొందటానికి సంపూర్ణ ప్రయత్నము చేయాల్సి ఉంటుంది. మనకి ఈశావాస్యోపనిషత్తులో, కేనోపనిషత్తులో కూడా ఈ అంశాలకు సంబంధించినటువంటి వివరణ ఇచ్చున్నారు అన్నమాట. మిగతాది రేపటి రోజున చెప్పుకున్నాం. ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతి. హరి ఓం. శ్రీ గురుభ్యో నమః. హరి ఓం.